Hello everyone, and thank you for being there again in the third day of this course, special course for Halving special, which is happening. Sorry, it's happening in just a couple of days, in a few hours. We will see that. So let's just get started. And one sec. Right. Okay, so we're going to have a very short introduction, pretty much what we're going to talk about what yesterday we covered, and then how to get your first Bitcoin. So five ways to do so. And also we'll see two buying from exchanges, which is we're going to see two different examples, and then homework and questions and answers. But before starting, please, you are watching us, just click on, just push the like button, please, or just write a comment saying that the audio is correct. So 2 people now connected, so I believe the audio anyway is good. Let me check something. All right. Okay, here we are again. So let's start right away. So yesterday we saw we learned what the blockchain is and how it works, and related to this obviously we also saw mining, how mining works, and we saw difficulty. We saw information about the difficulty thing, the competition between miners, what mining is, and why it keeps the security of the network. And then we spoke about the wallets as well, and different type of wallets. There is software wallets, hardware wallets, paper wallets, and so on. And we saw bitcoin.org, and we saw what specifically we saw the wallets, the options, and we saw how to filter them and choose the right one for you. Okay, now 2 days, 12 hours from that screenshot was taken 1 hour ago, so that will be 11 hours and a few minutes. So that is the expected time. You will never know exactly the time, because it depends how fast the blocks are created. Okay, but it's estimated it's going to be the 12th of May. Some people are already talking about the 11th, and even some other people talking about the 10th. So regardless what day is, we are going to have an event. We're going to watch live, hopefully, the halving, and it's not that it's not going to happen anything suddenly, but it's very, very important event that happens only once every 4 years, and reduces the amount of bitcoins released to the market. Now most people say it's inflation going down to 1 point something, but it's actually the inflation itself is, if you look at the meaning of inflation, is not really inflation, it's supply. You're cutting supply, you're not creating inflation, especially because this market is very small and there's not much adoption, and because of that it doesn't make any sense to talk about inflation. Inflation is how the price of the goods go up related to the currency, and this is not the case with Bitcoin. Adam, thank you for your feedback about the audio. Thank you for it's good to know that the audio works. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, here. So we will discuss 5 ways to become a Bitcoiner. So Bitcoiner is, if you didn't hear this before, Bitcoiner is that anybody that has Bitcoins. You don't need to have 1 Bitcoin. You can have 0.0000 whatever. You can have 1 Satoshi and you will be a Bitcoiner. And also no coiner will be those who doesn't have any Bitcoin. So we have this funny thing from the Simpsons, and old man yells at Bitcoin. That is a reference to a famous guy that is a gold bag, and is always criticizing Bitcoin and saying that it's gonna go down, it's gonna disappear, it's a bubble, and it's a tulip thing, and all these things. So how can you get a Bitcoin? Your first portion of Bitcoin. The best by far is asking a friend or family member. If you are lucky enough to, well, but let's say so. Yeah, let's say it's very early stages. We are one of the first people in this world, and because of that, because of that, it's kind of being lucky if you are around somebody like this. If you know somebody, a friend, family member that has Bitcoin or is into this, please ask, because you will be surprised how happy they're gonna be to be able to talk about it with somebody and explain things and so on. And most Bitcoiners are very excited to talk about Bitcoin and the future and this and that, and how it's gonna fix the world, and and many other things. So yeah, if you have the chance, somebody, a co-worker, a friend, it's a good thing to ask them. Just call them and meet them and try to borrow, buy, or just get some satoshis from them. And then it's a way to learn, and it's a way to get started. And it's very safe because these people are well known for you, and they're not going to kind of try to get advantage of you. So yeah, that could be the best option by far. Okay. Now, if you are not you don't have anyone nearby available for that type of transaction, then the second best way, I would say, is to get your first Bitcoin from a local Bitcoin or cryptocurrency meetup. You can search you can go to meetup.com. It's a social network, and search for Bitcoin or crypto or something like that. Try to get your local meetup. Nowadays there are a lot of them, and despite they are not so popular nowadays, they used to be back in 2017 and 2018, probably because they wanted to understand why they were losing value. And nowadays there are a few of them still there, probably because the price is expected to go up. There will be more and more occurring. And there is in Dublin, one of the oldest will be the Bitcoin meetup. But personally, well, as far as I see, there are not many events going on lately. But the one I run, which is Dublin Crypto Talks, is by far the most active, and we have 1,700, more than 1,700 members as of today. There is like 1,750 something, 56, I believe. Obviously, if you watch this video another day, it'll be different. But the Bitcoin meetup is the oldest one, and I'm still member of that one, and I remember having good meetings, usually in a pub, around a beer, and very good conversations with Bitcoiners. So it's a way to, as I said, to get your first Bitcoins around people who know what they do. They are friendly. Usually, again, they like to talk about the topic, and they can guide you, and you will have some support. Another option is hodl.com. I'm gonna show you is this website, hodl.com. It's not a misspelling, it's just, it is, but has become like a famous word, this hodl, which is, it's coming from no, it's not going to work, sorry. It's coming from like a post from somebody who made a mistake writing hold. Somebody was saying just hold, because somebody else was saying I'm worried because of the price of this and that, the volatility, it changes a lot and this and that, and somebody just said just hold, but they wrote DL, HODL, and people like that and they started using it on t-shirts and on messages and memes, and you will see it in many places, to the point that this website is called hodl.com, and is used to be and is still there, but I wouldn't recommend anymore. There's a website called localbitcoins.com, and you can visit it. It's similar to this one, but they started making nasty things to users, and that's why I will not recommend it. So I recommend this one, and that could be my third option. And it's a global peer-to-peer Bitcoin trading platform that doesn't hold funds, and as local Bitcoins does hold the funds. So that's the difference here. And another difference is this: you trade globally without know your client and anti-money laundering. And obviously that is because it's a peer-to-peer. So usually is you can meet locally, but you can also send a bank transfer. So it's gonna save because you have also feedbacks. So you can say, for example, in Belgium, in person, you can meet this person and no rating on trades. I will never buy from this person, unfortunately. Oh, I will buy just very small amount. Okay. Yeah, maybe small amount, just to ensure that to give an opportunity to new people who start maybe. But I will be very cautious because it's in person. I will check that the transaction is being made, is confirmed, it goes into the blockchain before giving any money. And PayPal is a system where I don't recommend either, especially if you try to sell, because PayPal can always people can claim that you haven't sent the money to them, the Bitcoins to them, and you will get your money taken from your bank, from your PayPal account. So as a seller. But yeah, but for example, you want to buy Bitcoin. Let's say internet go slow. You buy Bitcoin here, and you say, okay, location is Ireland. What's there? And just that. Ireland. Apply filters. You can choose buy with cash or buy with bank transfer or PayPal, Revolut. As you can see, the prices anyway, they are high comparing to the kind of the price from an exchange, and this is common. So there is a premium if you want to buy in this way. It depends on the countries. Some countries is the opposite. Some countries are cheaper. And for example, in South America, in Colombia, or places like this, the price usually are lower than a regular exchange price. So let's check. Probably this is already done because it's anywhere, including Ireland. And there are not many users for this. Unfortunately, not many people. And so you cannot see in person. For Ireland, you will only see SIPA bank transfers, TransferWise, Revolut. Okay, I don't even know what is that. But Revolut is here, and TransferWise and SIPA. So this is a regular bank transfer, and regardless where they are, they're gonna be in the European Union. And if you are in Ireland, as we are, then you can buy from this guy. That will be the cheapest one, a minimum of 250 euro, and that's the maximum. And then you have SIPA transfer, and you have this user is confirmed. So it's like, let's see the ratings. So you can see the ratings and some instructions. Please verify identity, no third-party transfer, new clients with me. Please provide your phone number so we can verify your identity with third-party system. So this person is forcing you, let's say, to check your identity, to confirm your identity. Other people will not do that. And then you see the latest reviews: smooth, professional, and no complaints. Fantastic payment in 3 minutes. Well, all this, you know. As you can see, rating is 99.05%, and this person is located in Portugal. Okay, so this is a good place to go if you want to buy, and if you don't mind about the premium, and hopefully you have somebody local, which is much better. So you start kind of trusting somebody local, meaning that you can buy in the future more. And but it looks like in Ireland there is nobody. Could you first buy Bitcoin? The fourth way to do that is using an ATM. So an ATM in your city, this is not available everywhere yet. But for example, in Dublin we do have, and I will check that later on. But it is a safe way to change your local currency for Bitcoin. Some ATMs have limits on the size of the transaction, but most will accept small transactions. And of course, most of these ATMs have a commission, and you can search for them in a website called coinatmradar.com. So let's check that. So this website is a great place to start. Unfortunately, not always is up to date, and this is because of the ATM owners didn't update the website with their information. But you check, like for example, Dublin. And according to this, there are few of them in Dublin, and for what I know, that's not correct. Let's see, let's give it some time. As I said, this browser is really slow today. Come on. It's not okay. Well, you can do that. It's coinatmradar.com. I think I just checked earlier. Works fine. Well, yeah, okay. You can see also on the map, but okay, it's coming up. Results. Okay, Dublin. So according to this, there's this one, that one, that one. The only one I am certain that is or was there a few months ago is this one, but some people told me it's not there anymore. Obviously with this, currently all the shops are closed anyway, so this is something you cannot do currently. what is keep the website, because it's information that you can use in the future. And you can say, okay, I want to buy not Bitcoin, I want to buy Monero, or I want to buy, Ethereum, and the same thing. You just filter and buy, sell, whatever. Okay. Let's go back to the presentation. So this is another way to do that, especially when you have some cash left and when you have like a 20 euro and you are nearby, you can say, okay, I'm just gonna buy this, or I'm gonna buy for a friend, and it's gonna be the first Bitcoins this person is gonna have. And I don't know, it's a nice thing to do. Some people just, whenever they get some extra cash that they like sold something that they just didn't need anymore, they sold something secondhand and they just buy a little bit of Bitcoin, because hopefully it will go up and it will multiply maybe by 2. You have 20 euro and you buy a little bit of Bitcoin, maybe in, who knows, in 2-3 months it becomes 40 euro, and you can buy a nice thing for you, or you can go to a restaurant, or just keep it and hopefully it will keep going up. So some people do that. The fifth way to do that is buying from an exchange. And exchanges, the good thing about the exchanges is that they allow you to buy, most of them, and the main ones, they allow you to buy from a bank account. So you could send a bank transfer, or you could use your credit card or debit card, and be aware of the fees, obviously. But you can find exchanges that operate in your economic region, and honestly, I recommend you do your best to use one of the first 2 recommendations. So as a friend or family member, or use a Meetup group. But you have no choice, or you just want to buy more often and you don't want to bother anybody, you can use this system. Okay. Get familiar with them, be careful with them, find the most, the best track record. And because basically you send money to them and they will, and then you buy the Bitcoin or any other coins, and as long as you have them there, they own those coins, you don't. Okay, so be aware of that. Once what you can do is send it to your local wallet, and be aware of the fees. Fees can be very high. Okay, transaction fees. It's not always the change, the one that charges big fees. It can be that the network on Bitcoin is very slow, and they need to charge you more to withdraw your Bitcoins. Just be aware of all these things and get familiar with the fees. They all have a place where you can go and see the fees that they charge. The last thing, not your keys, not your coins, is a famous phrase that you can see in many places, and that means that if you don't own the private key, meaning you don't have the coins with you on a wallet holding yourself the private key, then they are not really yours. I'm saying this because many exchanges have been hacked. They were hacked, they're being hacked, and they will be hacked. I would say all of them. So they are vulnerable because they are online 24/7, and hackers, for them, it's a big, it's a lot of profit if they succeed to hack an exchange, and that's why they try to hack them and steal the coins. If an exchange loses all the coins, they will not give you your coins. They will say, sorry, we don't have it. We don't have it anymore. Okay, that happened many times, and it will happen in the future. So this is a phrase I use sometimes. It's not nice, but use an exchange as you will use a public toilet. Don't spend the minimum time there. Don't waste time inside there. And for the changes will be the coins. Don't have them there, just staying there if you don't need to sell or buy. You want to trade, obviously you need them there. But if not, if it's for just holding, send it to you. Okay, learn how to be responsible so you don't lose them. Make a backup and all these important things. Obviously security is a must, because if you lose the keys, you lose the money as well. But you know, we are adults and we need to take responsibility of our ownerships. Now I'm gonna show you, I want to show you, well, okay, some changes on privacy. Not all changes are available in all countries, that's for sure. So as I said before, check reputable, good track records, local, if it's possible, or at least in your economic area. Like for us will be the European Union, for other people will be US, and so on. And be aware that once you register with them, you are subject to local laws and regulations, generally required to provide personal data, a photocopy of your ID, and proof of residence, and whatever, like take a selfie, all these things. It's like a bank, so they're gonna check that you are really that person that is trying to open an account. And Bitcoin keeps your information pseudonymous, but your identity will be associated to the wallet. And I'm saying this because I go into authorities or private companies or even hackers that get information from their exchanges will be able to associate your address with your transactions, and therefore they will see how much Bitcoin you have, and that can be dangerous in some places, or it's not good anyway. It's not good. So privacy is important, I believe, and it's like, in my opinion, Bitcoin should be something like cash that you spend, and there's no kind of track record, and or not necessarily needs to be linked to yourself. It's good to keep a record so you can always prove that you have spent this money, or bought this money, or I mean Bitcoin, obviously, but not necessarily needs to be published for public for everyone, because that will be dangerous if you travel somewhere in the world. Okay, so one of the changes we can look at. By the way, if I had to advise you about the changes, if I need to tell you, okay, you never use an exchange, you are in Europe, my advice is use Kraken, because first you can buy with the euros, you can send transfers, bank transfers. It usually will arrive in the same day, and usually they will be free. It obviously depends on your bank, but most banks send transactions for free using SEPA, and has good track records. I mean, I think it's a good one. And as far as anybody knows, it hasn't been hacked in the past. But some changes don't say that, because it's not good for them. So they only say that when they lost most of their coins, so they have no choice. But it's growing a lot, and I personally, I mean, I am aware of who is the CEO and the track records of this person as well, and I watched a few videos, so I agree with some ideas that he has. So this is the one that I will recommend. Okay, there are others like Bittrex, like Binance, like others, but I will say Kraken is a good one. Okay. Now, let's see CoinSwitch. CoinSwitch is a little bit special because It allows people to create their own exchange on their website, and what happens is you won't see this page. You will see this other page, and like the first one here on the top, and you will see powered by CoinSwitch here. And this is to anybody can have this exchange, and what happens is they will get a little small commission for every single transaction that happens on the website. So it's like a referral system. So you send US dollars or euros, and you want to buy Ethereum, for example, then and you buy it from this website, CoinSwitch will pay some money, small amount of the fees, to the owner of the website. And it's working very well. Many people are doing this, and I'm considering to do it as well. I don't know how much money you get from this. It's not about money, but maybe I can, if I can help you guys to do some transactions which are immediate and they don't require create an account, then maybe can be a good thing. Okay, so the first you put, for example, okay, I want to do US dollars. My local currency is US dollars. I want to buy Bitcoin. So you pick, just drop down, pick US dollars, and you will see here US dollars, and it's 150 US dollars, for example. And I'm just gonna, by default is Ethereum, but I wanna put Bitcoin. So you put BTC or Bitcoin, start typing Bitcoin, it will appear here if you click on Bitcoin. And then there is a continue, and then they tell you, well, they will say the equivalent to 150 into Bitcoin is gonna be 0.002, for example. And then if you accept, you will click on continue. And what happens is CoinSwitch actually uses these exchanges, Binance, BTC, IDEX, all this, you know, and even more. So they have a deal with them, and they give them like a special price. And when you choose US dollars and then you put Bitcoin, then they will check with all of them to see what the current price of Bitcoin is in every single one, and then it will give you the cheapest one. At the same time, you can choose, and you can choose to maybe to get a different one with a higher price, but by default it's going to be the cheaper one, which is good because you get very good deals sometimes. And then click on continue. It will appear another website, another pop-up asking you for to send. In this case, we are talking about US dollars. So the screen that it will appear is just to enter your credit card details. Considering that this is not all the countries have this option. So some countries doesn't appear euros, dollars, it only appears cryptocurrencies. But in Europe, we have euro, and in US, there is US dollars. In other places, may or may not. So it will ask you to enter your details for the credit card, enter your ID, and so on. So obviously, there's gonna be a record of you buying a cryptocurrency, which is good. Okay, it's fine. But if you use crypto to crypto, it's just no record. So it's just on the spot, you do the transfer. It will ask you send, for example, you want to buy Ethereum with Bitcoin, then you leave this Bitcoin here. That will be maybe 1 Bitcoin. Ethereum it's 0. Well, it doesn't matter. Say 1 Bitcoin. Ethereum's 40 something big Ethereums. Okay, continue, and they will ask you to send the Bitcoins to a specific address. You send those Bitcoins, and then after a while, when they see the transfer, the Bitcoin transfer, they will start sending you the Ethereum, which also is some address that you need to enter. You need to enter your Ethereum address, and then they will send it to you. So it can take 1 hour, maybe the worst case scenario can take 2 hours. but it's very reliable. It works. It works very well, to be honest. So yeah, it's something I will say you can give it a try. And I have tried this with small amounts just to see between crypto to crypto, just getting rid of maybe cryptos that they don't have much future for me, and converting into maybe Ethereum, and it did work very well. And because they were like small cap altcoins, sometimes it takes longer because their blockchain doesn't work very well, but still it works. And after 1 or 2 hours, I got it. So it's good. Sorry. So this is another place which is pretty much, it's kind of new, and it's called Crypto.com. Okay, Crypto.com is very, very different, and I'm just gonna show you why. So you go to Crypto.com, which is a really good domain, and say, okay, let's go to the main page. I think it's that one anyway, but just in case. And it's available in Europe. Yeah, loading. Yeah, it goes to index. Okay, so it is an exchange, but it's a lot more, and it's all managed through a through an app on your phone. Yeah, okay. Buy crypto with 0% credit card fee. This is one of the things I wanted to mention. For a period of time, they have this offer, and they don't charge any percentage if you use credit card, which you don't find it anywhere else at all, because usually charge 5% or even more, because credit card is there's always an extra cost if you buy crypto, but not with them. With them it's zero for a period of time. I think in 2 or 3 days it will finish. So they have offers constantly, and well, they have the app. As I said, you control everything from there, from the app. And this is one of the things I'm interested in, and I ordered. It's the card. There are different type of cards, and I got the red one here. So you can see, compare the cards. I got this red one because you need to stake. You really need to stake 50 MCOs, which is one of their coins. They have 2 different coins. This equals to 250 euro, but then it gives you 2% cashback for everything. So everything you spend with them, you get, well, okay, not everything. There's a limit. I think there is a reward, a paid token. Okay, well, no. Anyway, but it's 2% as long as you have this 50 staking, which are staking. They are free. You cannot spend them, but you have them for, I believe, 3 months, and then you get this 2% cashback. And then you get Spotify for free, which, okay, is free. It's not bad. I mean, and then you can take free ATM withdrawals up to $400. That is much better than my bank, because my bank charged me 20 cents every time I withdraw money. So, which is not much, but this is free. And you have also interbank exchange rates up to $4,000. This is good when you travel, because interbank exchange rates is the minimum fee that you pay when you exchange currencies. So you travel outside, being European, if I go somewhere where the euro is not used, I will use this because I get the best exchange, much better than my current bank. Okay, and I usually will not spend this 4,000 on a trip, so I have plenty, and it's in metal, made in metal. I don't care so much, but other people like it. So, and it's, it's this one red, looks good. Then after these 3 months of staking, you can just sell your coins, and you get, the only thing that changes is you don't get this Spotify, and you don't get you get only 1% cash back. So the good thing is just to use this card for your regular expenses, and you will get 2% from day one. Now, if you are thinking of creating an account, there are a lot more to tell you, but the good thing is, well, you can stake Bitcoins and other coins, and it's kind of putting them on a saving account, and you get a percentage, which some of them are really good. So for example, again, if you stake or you don't stake, let's say you don't, because 500 is a lot for some people, especially for me. But let's say this, you get, okay, you want to do supported coins, which are Bitcoin and others. You get up to 6% per annum, which is good. Now, if you have I believe Tether and others, there will be 10%, and CRO is the other coin that they do have, and it's 16%. And that's without staking anything. It's just the regular one. You can have it 3 months, you can have it 1 month, you can have it flexible. Flexible is that you can spend it anytime, but while you have it, you get paid these percentages. So you just, you are getting good money out of sitting coins that you are not going to use. Now, obviously, know your keys, know your coins, so be careful. I mean, but they are very strong. I just go to the presentation because they have an offer. They have 2 offers, okay, and that's why I'm talking about them, because it's I believe they are very good offers. One is, if you open an account using my referral link or any other referral link, no, don't need to be mine, but I will appreciate, obviously, if you use mine. You get $50 for free in their own coin, but you can sell it, and it's $50 US dollars. It's about 40 something euros, and I get the same. So you can have the group. I just have some expenses as well, like the Meetup group is 50 something. Well, it doesn't matter. Obviously, we have some expenses to cover, and that will be great for me and for you as well, because you get this 50 referral code system. If you open an account on your own, you don't get it. And the second thing is, they are organizing for the 12th to celebrate the halving. They are organizing to sell $1 million US dollars in Bitcoin at half the price. So whatever price is in that day, it's gonna be half price. So I'm not sure how it's going to work exactly, but I'm gonna try, obviously, to buy some Bitcoin, because being half the price, you cannot be wrong. So, and this is important as well. So and obviously, when you open an account with them, you have to give them your ID, proof of residence, and other things. But this is everywhere, in every single exchange that is more or less known. Now, these guys are the old Monaco. Monaco was an ICO, very popular ICO, and then they got so much money that they have now, as you can see, this nice website, the app. They are organizing this type of sales that you see half the price constantly. They do with other coins as well. So if you open an account with them, join their account in Telegram, where they announce many things like this, and it's constantly. So they have like sales, they have other things like asking questions, or you retweet something, you can you enter a raffle or things like that. So they are very, very active, and they are promoting a lot. And the Crypto.com domain is something that they bought. They bought this from a guy who had this for a long time, and he was approached by many people trying to buy it, and he always say no. Always say no, because he said, well, this is about cryptography, and because I am a cryptographer and I have it long time and I want to keep it and this and that. But at one point he said yes to them, probably because they offer a lot of money, but also because maybe they convinced the guy. Okay, I don't know the details, probably nobody knows, only them. But the crypto.com domain is great. It's easy to remember, you know, in order to promote, you know, cryptography, cryptocurrencies is one of the best one. It's the best one you can find. And it's short and is can be very popular. So these guys are doing very well. They're growing a lot. They are now in Europe. They have this credit card. The red one is on the way. I don't have it yet, but hopefully I will have it next week. And I will try to enter this thing. And if you can use this referral code, I really appreciate that. The code is actually on the description of the video. Let me double check. Yeah, it is there. There are two referrals. One is hodlnout.com, which is a place where you can also stake your bitcoins or stable coins. And you use the referral. I don't know what you get, don't remember, but basically I just testing the place, and it's a startup from Singapore. And what I thought that if I was holding, I can show you. Well, no, okay, probably not. It's not good. But you go to these guys. They are a startup. They receive some funding from the government. It seems to be legit. And I didn't send much, but just 0.2 bitcoins, and they give me this 6%, and the payments become also part of the capital. So it is at the end of the year, hopefully it's gonna be much more, but it's very little, but it's more Bitcoin out of my Bitcoins that I have. The risk obviously is there, because I can lose everything that I send to them if they go bankrupt or they are hacked. But so far so good. They use this money to lend the money to lend the Bitcoins to traders and other people who need it for a short period of time, and this is why they make some profit out of it. So they give me 6%, and the rest is for them. And that's pretty much all. So let's see. So the homework for today is just to install a wallet app, if you didn't do it yet, on your phone or your PC, and buy or get or borrow your first satoshis from somebody you know, and then learn how to use the wallet, what wallet options you have, if you know, signing messages or creating new addresses, because one wallet will have several addresses, and see how fast goes from sender to you. So you buy it or you borrow from a friend some satoshis, and you will see when he send it to you, and you will see that it's immediate, so you will get it immediately. But at the same time, you see later on how it's confirmed or when it's confirmed and how long does it take. It will take a long time, especially if you don't pay much fees, and I don't recommend you to pay a lot for fees unless it's urgent, but in this case it's not. And you will be able to see how busy is the network right now, but hopefully, because it's weekend, it will get better, because during the weekend there's less transactions, but right now this is kind of busy. It is kind of busy, and see it growing in terms of you get more bitcoins in the future buying from somewhere else, or growing in price, maybe, hopefully, finger crossed. And let's see the website we saw the other day. Okay, yesterday. Because it just to show you how busy the network is, and it's unusual. And also, I will show you the beta version of this website, which is different. I still like the original one, but I will show you the other one. So I noticed today the blocks are going fast. This is a good thing because that means this mempool hopefully is not going to grow more, but it's compared to yesterday is bigger. Yesterday was 47 and today is 59 megabytes, and this for the time being is 4 minutes since the previous block obviously is full already, and you can see the cost is lower, and but it's 92.44 satoshis per byte, so it's pretty much the same. The only thing, because Bitcoin went down in price a little bit, then this is lower, but it's not so much. The price went down further and then it's recovering. Now the beta, you can go here, let's see, go to beta, come on. And they look like they're preparing to also analyze the Ethereum network, which is it's a good thing. I think it's gonna be very complicated to do it, so it's not yet there, but it's the option on the menu. So okay, come on, yeah, slow enough. Yeah. Come on. Well, it's kind of different view. It's like, again, you see the buses, you see the buses, and you see the transactions as well, like people, but you see also people in and out from the bus, and this is because some other people offer higher fees. So you could see this is Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, and they tell you it's gonna be in 2 days. The halving, Bitcoin last block 6 minutes ago, and you see in and out people. You see in the bus, that means again it's group of people that decided to pay more, so they jump the queue and they go into the bus. So some others need to go out of the bus. It's a way to see it, because until you don't find the miner that will mine the block, you don't really know which transactions go in and out. But this is a way to show that there are people offering more higher fees, and usually the higher fees go first. So it's not first come first serve. It's about how much you offer to be included in the next block. And you can see here, you can see a single view, which will be only Bitcoin, or Bitcoin Cash, and you click on Ethereum, they will tell you it's not yet there. You see the transactions here, you click there, you will see transactions, and you will see the ones that are marked as this is SegWit, which is smaller, and therefore they pay less because they hold less information on the blockchain, so they are cheaper. And the blocks, 7 minutes ago there was another block, 20 minutes ago this was another one, 28. So you see they are being less than 10 minutes. Then 1 hour ago, here is a big gap. So it's not, as you can see, it's kind of random, but it's the average is happening more often than in 10 minutes. It's less than 10 minutes. So this is a good thing to see, and from here you can see a lot of information from the blockchain itself. So you can see how it's behaving, how fast the network is, the mempool, which is what the most important thing. You're gonna send a transaction and you see, okay, the median fee is this, the mempool is very high, I need to offer more money, more satoshis per byte. And that's you can see satoshis per byte 92, or maybe you say, okay, this is the medium, let's offer 100. So most probably will be in the next block, or maybe in the following one. Okay, you never know when it's going to be included on the blockchain. And that's all for today. So as I said, the homework is try to have your own bitcoins to become a bitcoiner if you are not yet. And if you are, I hope you got some valuable information from me anyway. And if you have any question at all, please let me know right now, so I will try to answer. And hopefully I also place you for tomorrow and for Monday, and hopefully to the kind of celebration of the halving. Again, they're gonna be probably there will be many places on YouTube like live, like counting down the time and so on. That's gonna be like it's a pity that we cannot have a physical party and have a beer and so on, because that was the plan. But maybe we do in the future, and just to celebrate maybe that we surpass 20k or 40 or something like that. The people already talking about these prices. People talking about crazy prices, and I hope they are right. And it's not because I get more money. I don't have so much. The thing is, I am here for the for the adoption, and that is always good, because people start talking about it and they start asking about it, and they want to learn about. They see on the media, they want to be part of it, and that's good. It's a great thing. So it creates a big community, and that's the main thing. Again, no questions. Nice. I'm gonna leave and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Please, tomorrow 5 p.m. same thing. I will talk about altcoins, some resources, places to go and get more information, and some other things. So okay, bye. Thank you for being there.